On the western side of the island of Palawan, Philippines, there is a stretch of relatively wild coastline that has not yet been discovered by international tourism. Two large bays protected by a peninsula and a series of towering limestone karst islands, edged in turquoise water, coral reefs, beaches, coconuts, dense mangroves, and hills topped with verdant rainforest, home to many rare and exotic species. Throughout this apparent wilderness are small human settlements, traditional fishing villages and subsistence farmers living off this landscape as they always have. And right in the middle is Pangulatan Beach. The community here is one of these villages, a clan dependent upon the land and waters with their outrigger fishing boats and their garden plots. It is an idyllic lifestyle, but their only monetary income comes from the small, run-down resort next door, and it does not pay enough to buy the essentials they cannot grow or catch. Their only real asset is the land on which they live. This is Rialen, Tita, Ariana, Junari and Monique. To try and realise some of the value in this asset, these landowners are now seeking ethical investors in a development project on the hilltop above the settlement. This hilltop. A hilltop with views that span the full 360 degrees of the compass. To the south is the rainforest-clad slopes of Inato Peak. To the southeast is Pangulatan Beach and Port Kataban. To the east, swinging round to the north and on to the west, is the South China Sea, dotted with islands. Inatula, Minilok, Matinlok, Tapiutan, Guntao, Saddle, Camargo, Pyramid, and the northern end of Tularan that guards the entrance to the vast protected biosphere of Malampaya Sound, jewel in the crown of this nation's natural assets, and hence the name for this venture. The plan is to start with a simple cafe and a series of A-frame accommodation chalets made out of bamboo and nipa thatch. Simple but beautifully made and placed with an artistic vision designed from the start to be expanded upon into something much, much more over time. A cafe serving healthy, live, fresh, organic whole foods with imagination and flair, predominantly grown on-site in a thriving permaculture food forest and demonstration farm. And real coffee, something almost impossible to find anywhere on the island. Functional and attractive A-frame nipa hut chalets that look out over the land and sea but are hidden from view amongst the trees, blending into the environment. Right from the beginning, aiming high with food, service, value and traveller experience, aiming to put this place at the top of Google, TripAdvisor and Airbnb rankings, aiming to be something much more than a standard tourist attraction, but guided by creative vision to be an inspiring experience, a work of art. In significant ways, this whole area is like Bali was 40 years ago, and the way Bali is now offers some useful examples as to what might be possible here. The way the Balinese infuse so much of what they do with consummate artistry is a big part of what this project might learn from the Balinese example. Imagine something like this, or this, or this, up on that hilltop looking out over that view. Something like this, but with distinct Filipino flavouring. Bamboo and nipa palm thatch, driftwood, recycled timber, coconut, stone and coral shingle from the local environment, exotic plants and flowers in lush garden landscaping, water features, well thought out use of light and shade, prevailing wind and shelter, and the ability to passively control the microclimate by closing and opening walls and roofs as necessary. all designed to be added to over time. Later stages as the project grows are envisioned to include a variety of different accommodation options, an environmental and cultural interpretation and education centre, pool, observation deck, art workshop and gallery, performance stage, function space, yoga and meditation shala, spa, cooking school, permaculture farm school, charter boats and tours, etc., etc. All making it a centre for much more than the very limited tourist options currently on offer anywhere on the island. Activities that bring together locals and travellers in learning experiences, fun and games, and cross-cultural exchange, especially when the weather is not favourable for being out in the elements. It is early days yet, but things are moving fast. Road access has been very rough until now, but as we speak, the last few kilometres of dirt are being paved with 2 lanes of concrete, all the way through to the very charming little fishing village of Liminangkong, a few kilometres past Pangulatan. Once this road goes through, things could start changing quickly, creating an alternative destination to the established tourist hub of El Nido, 50 kilometres to the north. Now is the time to start defining this location as not just more of the same, but something very different and unique. Malampaya Compass, a work of art and a work of love that puts Palawan and the Philippines on the world map for all the right reasons, and maybe sets an example redefining what sustainable development can mean. If you would like to know more, or just follow developments as they occur, please sign up to the newsletter below or follow us on social media.